predicted to rise as the economy continues to grow.
We've been now in our Singapore studios to discuss the Indian dream. Shobha, Bhalla, editor-in-chief of Newsday magazine. She's been covering this story herself. Shobha, great to have you with us on Newsday. So, what is the lure right now of India? Because the parents of many of these young Indians left behind the poor country to pursue their opportunities overseas.
Right. There is a big lure for them in India now, Rico. Earlier, the parents had left in the 70s and 80s. That was the brain drain. But now, because of the great energy that is there in India, ever since the economic reform started, when Rajiv Gandhi when he was Prime Minister, he had said it was the brain deposit of the Indians going out of India he didn't see it as the brain drain, and he had said they will come back when India is ready, and India is ready now, and this is happening right now. The lure is jobs. They're getting a lot of jobs. There's so much energy when you go to India, despite the poor infrastructure. There's a lot of red tapeism and bureaucracy, etc.
That is indeed a major problem, because a lot of these kids who were educated in Western countries have basically experienced all the good things in life, and now they go back to bureaucracy, poor infrastructure, and political grandstanding, which they did not experience overseas.
Absolutely right. And that is the amazing thing, the fact that despite the wonderful quality of life they have overseas, great infrastructure, all those impediments that they have in India is still something that they are putting aside and coming back, because the job opportunities, the ability to create businesses of their own, the great demand for it, and the openness of the Indian people and the government, in a way, like the democracy, the openness of the country lures them. And they feel a kind of pull. I guess part of it is also a bit of a push factor because of the dismal hiring scene in the West. And it's going to continue for the next couple of years from all likelihood, you know.
And tell us some of these stories of these non-resident Indians living overseas who are now going back home.
You know, my son is 26, and he's got friends who've gone back there. He grew up, studied in an international school, studied here in Singapore and in England, and these friends of his grew up here, but after finishing university, most of it which was in England or the United States, they've actually gone back on their own steam to Bombay and Delhi to look for jobs.
And briefly, a lot of these non-resident Indians, although they have not lived in India, still are big fans of Yash Chopra. What kind of legacy does he leave, especially for Indians who live overseas? Briefly.
Oh, Yash Chopra completely changed the face of Indian cinema, so much so that even people like me and other NRIs who probably watched much more English language films in India, when they come here, Hindi films have become such a big thing. You find even CEOs of top-notch MNCs, Indians, going and watching them on a regular basis, because Yash Chopra brought Amitabh Bachchan, the king of Bollywood, onto the stage and made him such a big name, changed the face of romance in Hindi cinemas, and he also brought Shah Rukh Khan. So he was responsible, really, the father of modern Indian cinema.
Indeed, an icon in Bollywood. Shobha, Bhalla, editor-in-chief of Newsday magazine. Great to have you with us on Newsday.
Great to be here. Thank you so much.
And we'll be bringing you more stories on the Indian Dream over the next 8 weeks. Just check out our website at bbc.com/Indian Dream. And we would like to hear what you think. You can join the conversation on Twitter. #BBC Indian Dream. And you're watching Newsday on the BBC live from Singapore and London. Still to come on the program, Fidel Castro.